Hi YouTube, it's Joe here from South East London. I'm a part-time eBay reseller, buying and selling second-hand goods from car boot sales and charity shops and reselling them for profit on eBay to supplement my travelling lifestyle. Today was an interesting one. It was raining this morning when I got up for the boot sale, so didn't bother getting up and going out at 6 o'clock, and then I did sort of go past and nipped in at about 9 o'clock because I was going somewhere else and picked up a couple of bits. I picked up a Star Wars helmet that's I've washed and is drying outside, so nothing exciting, and a really nice pair of black high top Converse. They were £5 and they'll sell for £25 all day. So yeah, it was really quite. Lots of people were packing up actually by the time I got there, and it was raining and it wasn't particularly nice. So headed on to a place to go and have a look into some charity shops, and I'll show you what I picked up out of the regular charity shops, and then on the way back I actually spotted that there's a new charity shop that's opened around where I am, and it's sort of a local charity shop that's sending all their like collectible goods there, and I'll show you everything I got out of there, which I think is great. You know, they're sending them to a place where they can get a little bit more of a premium for them, but it's just all in one place. All the computer games, all the board games, collectible board games, toys, bits and pieces. It was almost like everything that a reseller really looks for and picks up was just in this one shop in one place. And yeah, they were kind enough to open it up for me because they were short staffed, but they said I could go in there, and I went in with one of the junior guys and just had a little look around, and I could have been in there for an hour, but you know, I just sort of went through stuff. Most of it, if I'm honest, was priced too dearly to make too much money in it as a reseller, but it was just great. Anyway, I'll show you what I picked up from the regular charity shops, and then I'll show you what I got from there. So these were just from charity shops in the town. I got Mario Kart. I paid up on that. I paid £2.99, but I've got two wheels, which I've paid 50p for, and that'll get about £23 as a little bundle. Pound for this Zumba Fitness Rush. It's new and sealed, and that's like a £10 game. Paid a pound each for Connect Sports and Adventures, and not a huge amount of money in those. Probably shouldn't have even bothered. Yeah, but I'll probably get about £6-7 for the pair, so not great. And then they just gave me this game. They said, "Oh, we've got that. Is that any use to you?" So it's not really. It's like a couple of pound, that game. And then this was something really out there. I scanned it into Magpie, and it came up as £3. But there's only one seller on Amazon of this. It's sort of some sort of graphic media thing. It's only a short sort of piece of work or whatever it is, and yeah, there's one seller on Amazon got it for about £25 I think, but I don't think it sells very often, so I don't know. I might just have to, that probably just go off to Magpie. I might keep it, we'll see. Picked up these trainers. Now these were, I was surprised to see these are up tempo, and these are from 2003, so they're a 13-year-old pair of trainers, and they're pretty much like new. They've got a tiny, they must have been worn a couple of times, but generally speaking, absolutely awesome condition. Now, I paid up on these, and there's none on eBay, none of this black one on eBay. There's a guy in Canada who's got a white pair, who's trying to sell them for, I think he's asking $150 maybe, or it might be £150, I can't even remember. But you know, I'm going to put these right up there, sort of top end. I don't know, try somewhere around £150, something like that. I mean, it's and take offers on it. I paid £15 for them, but yeah, we'll see how they go. That's going to have to, they'll probably go to a real collector. Shame they didn't have the box, but you know, I'll give those a bash. Nice pair of GT2000s Asics. Yeah, nice trainers, good condition, good running trainers, and these are expensive when they come out. These are sort of like £70-80 pairs of trainers, so I should get about 20-30 back on, about 30 I'll aim for. When you're selling Asics, oh sorry, if you can see this, when you're selling Asics trainers, if that number's intact at the top there, that T3P3N, that's always worth including that in your listing title. It's also a good way of searching it and finding out from other people's listings or from Google exactly what model you've got. So yeah, it's a little tip, and do that. Tread's great, paid £6 on them, so there you go. With running trainers, you've got to be careful. If the tread's too far gone, just don't bother with them, because people don't want a pair of trainers that, you know, there's no tread left on them, or you know, their backs are cracked, particularly for running. If they're gym ones or fashion ones, you can get away with a bit more, but sort of high-end running trainers, they've got to be in pretty good condition. And this was a nice find to a Final Fantasy X official strategy guide. Paid 50p for that, and that does go up for as much as £20. This one is actually in really nice condition, no sort of curled pages, so I might try that sort of top end 18, sort of £20. So those are all the stuff from the general charity shops, and then the stuff I got from the from this sort of new resellers dream charity shop. I'll go through what I got. Some of the stuff I sort of bought because the guy was in there, and I was there for quite a while, and a couple of things paid up a little bit on them, and perhaps, you know, if I'd seen them in another charity shop I might not have bothered, but I wanted to sort of try to start building up a bit of a rapport, letting them know the sort of things that I pick up, so you know, they might, yeah, just see how it goes. They'd opened it up for me and they showed willing. So for instance, this cool spot, I paid £4 for this, and it's about a £10 game, so there's not really a huge amount of money in it, but I just wanted to put a few things in my pile and get it building up. Hit and Run, that's £1, that goes for about £6. Taito Legends 2 is £1 as well. You get 1 and 2, they do well as a nice little bundle there. They had a sort of a disc of loads of different sort of just single discs, a holder, and I went through it and they had Final Fantasy 7 in there. It's only disc 1 of 3. I did look through the whole thick case and they only had this one, but that was 50p, and it's worth picking these up when it's a top game like this, which comes with 3 discs. I've got about 5 or 6 copies of this game, and one of them is missing discs. I don't know if it's missing disc 1, I need to double check, but it's always helpful to have like spare ones of those. So yeah, I picked that up. I did get a couple of PS1 games. They had quite a lot, but a lot of them weren't particularly good. They had this Point Blank 3, which is quite a rare one. They did have 1 and 2 as well, and perhaps I could have bought all 3 of them as a bundle, but they were £2.50 each as a game, and I thought, I can sell this one for £15. If I bought 1 and 2, I'd probably only be looking at selling it for £20 as the bundle, so it didn't really make much sense to buy the other 2. And then this Resident Evil Survivor goes for about £10, and again, for those of you who saw a picture I put in Facebook, I've got about 30, 40 copies of Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, 4, Survivor, Director's Cut, stuff like that, so that'll just go in there, and when I make bundles up, I'll sell them. This was really nice, this Mediterranean desert war game. It's all new and sealed inside. It's a Clash of Arms games, if you can see that down there. And these are quite collectible. There's none of these on eBay. I couldn't see any on Amazon actually either, but it probably is on Amazon. I probably just wasn't looking right. But should get again about, I paid £5 for that game, and I'll price it around sort of £35 and £40, and then start bringing it down or see where I go from there. Best find in there probably Harry Potter, Deathly Hallows, new and sealed, £12. I'll put that top end, I'll put that £60 on eBay, 55, £60, that is sort of top end. Has got a little rip in the cellophane, but that's still getting listed as new, so that was nice. This is interesting, it's Anubis Oracle. It's like a book and some cards in there. It sort of seems to be priced quite highly, but it doesn't seem to sell that well. That was £4. I'm looking to make about 25 back on that. This guy, we haven't seen him in a while. I remember mentioning him a long time ago, and then a few people picking him up and doing well with him, but that's Flat Eric of Vivid Toys from like the Levi's advert. And he does really well. He's not in the best of condition, but he's in good enough condition. Top end, these go sort of 35, 40 quid. If they're in their box, they do even better. But yeah, he was £6, and I'll put him on I'll try him at about 25, 30 quid. So that was nice. Here at the back here, one for the Take That fans. It's got a Gary Barlow sort of boxed in there. I've had all these guys in the past, and I've done well with them. The price seems to be creeping up a little bit. Again, sort of 25 to 30 quid top end for that. That was £7. So it's not huge. I mean, ordinarily, if you found these in a charity shop or boot sale, they're not really the sort of great price. But as I say, I wanted to buy a few things to sort of, that I knew I could make some sort of money on. But it's still sort of 10, 15 quid in that by the time you take off all the fees and the packing. This one here, it's a sort of big, massive Mr. Potato Head. It's got 4 of the actual bodies in there, loads of accessories in there. That was £3, and I'll just sell that as a big bundle. I don't know what that goes for. I have got some Potato Head, but probably about £15, I'd imagine, somewhere around there. So those are all the things I grabbed from this new shop. So really excited about that. And the lady says they get new stock in there every couple of weeks. And she says they got cages and cages and cages of games and stock and stuff like that. So I was like, wow, this could be an absolute gold mine. So yeah, really looking forward to trying to build a bit of a relationship with them and checking it out. As I say, their prices aren't. I didn't sort of buy everything in there. I had to be quite selective, and but I'm looking forward to trying that out a bit more. Only other thing, I did show a picture again of this on Facebook for those of you on YouTube or Americans or something like that. I got this Bose Soundwave AWR C66 or something like that, AWR CC6 or something like that, and I paid 40 quid for this out of a charity shop. I've listed it for 285. I've had offers come in for 250 and 260, so I might reply to the guy who offered 250 and see if I can get 270 and then be done with that. So yeah, I think it sounds great. Some people critique this and say it's a bit too bassy and a bit of an expensive subwoofer alarm clock, but I think it sounds great. But anyway, I've listed it, and that will go for around 260, maybe 270 top end, if I can sort of push the other buyers up for that. And maybe I could try and hold on for 285, but I think when you're making like a good £150 profit on an item, I'm happy with that. So that's my day. If the weather's better, I'm going to go out tomorrow, Sunday, because I feel like I've sort of not really done a proper boot sale with only sort of picking up a couple of items today. But yeah, really pleased with this new charity shop, and yeah, it's good to be doing some videos again. Thanks for the comments, thanks for welcoming me back to that, and yeah, speak soon. Cheers guys, bye.